Hey guys, so I'm going to do a different type of video today. So I got this in the mail yesterday. I was going to do a video on it last night, but we had a fire next to the house, so that took precedence over everything. So let me unzip this real quick. And sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. There we go. Maybe. Alright. Okay. So, found this on Amazon. This is a 4K camera. This is the headband for the camera, so here's the instructions. So if you kind of see there, it goes on this headband, and then this will essentially see what you're looking at as well. On top of that, it comes with this. This is a wristband, which this remote slides into. So then you can have it on and fully control it from this wristband. Pretty cool thing, pretty cool little thing. So I'll do an additional video here shortly to add on to this, where I've got this fully assembled. I'll do some video using one of my other cameras, because this thing has an app that you can sync it to, where you can get a preview of what this is seeing through your Wi-Fi settings in your cell phone if you have a smartphone. I looked at it a little bit yesterday. Really cool looking images. I haven't actually tried it yet, but it was really neat. This little kit came with everything. Came with charging cord, 32 gig micro SD card came with, and because a lot of people don't have these, SD card reader. It does micro and your standard. So all on Amazon for $119. There's a a more expensive version. So this is the 6 Plus is what this one was. They're up to 8 on this now. So this one has 90-minute recording. The 8, I believe, has 130 minutes of recording time. I opted for the cheaper version for now. If I like it, then I'm going to buy the upgraded version as well. And that way, because my wife's going to start hunting this year, one of us can use this one, the other can use the other one, and we can both be recording. But those of us that hunt, this may be a very good chance, especially if you're doing your self-filming hunts. This may be something really easy. I put it on my head yesterday just to see what it feels like. You can kind of see the camera like out of the corner of your eye, but I think if you're going for a shot or something, I don't think it'll mess with you. I can't find my release, otherwise I would try shooting it on my bow tonight. If I find my release tonight, I will do a video of shooting it to see how it is, and let you see that video. Otherwise, I'll just put it on when we go out to the deer pen later, and we'll see what kind of video quality it has. So I'm going to pause the video here for you guys watching. You won't notice anything different other than I'll come back to you when this is assembled, and we'll go out to the deer pen and take a look at the deer pen, and then I'll also walk over to where the fire was last night and kind of walk you guys through what happened last night with the fire. Alright, so I'm going to talk you through this because I was listening to the audio that this camera records, and it's not the greatest. I mean, it's real garbled, and I don't know if that's because it was real windy outside today, or what is. Um, but I'll talk you through kind of, what's going on and everything. Um, and this probably is not going to be the best kind of action camera from what I've been seeing. I mean, because however you move your head, that thing moves. And I guess, as we walk around, at least for me, I didn't realize I moved my head that much. But watching this, I definitely could see where I'm moving my head. But if you watch this, you like seeing me do little simple things around the farm, like like right here where we're feeding the deer. This will make it a lot easier for me to film that kind of stuff, and I'll be more than happy to start doing that kind of stuff if that's what you guys like. So leave a comment if you want to see that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I think I'll try this camera. When I shoot my bow, make sure it doesn't get in the way. And then otherwise, this camera is mostly going to be for that kind of filming when I'm hunting. Um, it'll probably be fairly good at that. It'd probably be really good for fishing too. You get that real good point of view, aspect of when we're fishing. And we're going to try to do more of that this year as well because Hunter's ready to start doing some fishing. Um, Basically, so I'm just kind of testing it out. I walked around the yard for quite a bit. I'm going to give you guys little pieces and bits, but I'm not going to give you the whole 30 minutes of me walking around when I was talking and everything and testing this thing out. This little buck right here, I'll try to get some video of him shortly. But they're they're really starting to look good this year. He's got some nice top knots. Um, I've got to find my tripod, and maybe this weekend I can start getting some film every week of the growing of the bucks that I've tried to do the last couple of years, so you guys can kind of keep a watch of how they turn out and how they're looking, throughout the year and everything. And if you're, uh, well, we'll talk about what the law changes are going to be here in a moment. We're going to walk over here, and I'm going to kind of talk you guys through the fire that happened Monday night. Uh, so we were about 30 minutes away from the house and got a phone call that there was a fire and rushed out here, and winds were blowing fairly good. Fire department had just got here, but the way it was going, it looked like it could have went to the deer pen. So I got on the tractor, and um, the only thing I could do is make this break. So I made breaks right here, tilled it up as best as I could. I'll probably plant something there now since it's tilled up. I don't know if I'll just like maybe plant ryegrass or if I'll try to plant something that maybe draws some wildlife in. I haven't really decided yet. And I'll probably try to find something to drag over this to smooth it out because I usually mow this with the riding mower, and now in the shape that it's going to be in after tilling it to stop the fire and everything, it's going to be a little rough. So I'll see if I can find something to compact it down because we don't have an actual roller to drag behind the tractor to compact it back down. Um, but fire department, I think I counted 6 trucks. I think there was 3 little trucks, 2 deuce and a halves, and 1 big tanker truck that were out here. And you'll see here in a moment where the fire was at and everything. To me, it looked like someone probably tossed a cigarette out of the car when they were turning around in our driveway from fishing. There were several guys fishing when I left up at the pond down the road, so that's kind of what I'm thinking may have happened. Um, but I don't know. That's just purely speculation. And the fire department didn't know how it started either. No one was up there, starting a fire. At least we hope not, on purpose anyway. So, uh, it was an interesting night. This is where our garden's at that we plant a lot of times, and hadn't had a chance to till it. And looked like I've got half of it tilled when I was you know making those breaks. So here's the fire. This is up next to the road, and you can see where it was at under the cedar. Um, and then I'm going to walk down here to the second, and we'll get down to the road, and you can see it. And that's it. Looked like it started down here. That's why I'm thinking someone flipped a cigarette out when they were turning around on our driveway from fishing in the pond next door. Um, and then it looks like it just it went down the fence to the north about 100 yards, and then this is out in the field. Just kind of showing what it did. But when I got out there and actually started walking around and looking, it was about 30 yards from our fence line coming back, looping back towards us. So had they not got it under control, I had that break right there. I don't know what good it would have actually done, but I had it just in case. But it did get within about 30 yards of the fence, closer than I would like. Um, Now, as far as like deer farmers, I said I'd come back to this real quick. We've got a bunch of legislation in right now. From my understanding, one of them is supposed to be in front of the governor that he's going to sign, that's opening up the borders for us to be able to take deer from states like Texas that have closed borders, but will still export deer. So I've talked to one individual about getting some deer from Texas, and we'll see if we can do that. And there's other stuff going on. I'll talk at a later time. Hope you enjoy.